Good Monday evening, everybody. Tomorrow morning, the city of Austin is expected to announce Google Fiber is coming here. That means we'll soon have access to the newest breed of high-speed internet. But if Google rolls out the service like they did in Kansas City, you'll have to fight for your neighborhood to get the new technology. Google's online video of last year's gigabit internet rollout process in Kansas City feels more like a grassroots neighborhood campaign rally.
Residents came together to spread the message to neighbors all over the city.
At the time, NBC News reported people in Kansas City put down a $10 deposit to let Google know their interest as the company introduced itself.
From Condero to Armourdale, from Waldo to 18th and Vine, we visited people at their schools, churches, and soccer games.
And Google's website says the neighborhoods where they set up first was based on the number of people who signed up. So in Austin, where would that be? SoCo?
I don't know if it's appropriate to put out signs or what.
They did in Kansas.
They did? Yeah. If there are signs, there will be one in my yard. I mean, that's something that I'll get behind more than anything.
North of UT's campus, how about the established neighborhoods like Hyde Park?
Anything that pushes the technology is a step forward, pure and simple.
How much are you willing to go to bat for the neighborhood here to make sure it gets here first?
Well, whatever I can do.
What about over in East Austin? The friends you know in this neighborhood, do you think they'd rally hard for it, or would they rally at all?
I can't see them rallying hard for it. I think there's some people I know that would like it and some people that wouldn't care.
Of course, Austin's 800,000 population makes for scores of neighborhoods, but here's the possible timeline on a rollout. In the case of Kansas City, it took Google 8 months of scoping out the urban area. Only then did it announce a list of 180 neighborhoods or fiberhoods and approved the then experimental 1 gig service. All right, and here's a cool story too out of Kansas City. Startups suddenly decided KC was the place to be. One example, a tech entrepreneur from Colorado, the story goes, bought a house in that fiberhood, as they call it, and then he held a contest to give a startup the space to work in for free. Austin, as many of you already know, has a thriving tech scene, so it'll be hard to tell if it'll have the same type of impact here. And several cities are installing their own gigabit networks as a way to attract more people and businesses. Going in depth on this now, you can see in addition to Kansas City, Chattanooga, Tennessee, Lafayette, Louisiana, and East Lansing, Michigan provide gigabit internet to residents there. They all use different providers other than Google. Chicago and Seattle are also in the process of rolling out gigabit access through something called Gigabit Squared. And out in San Francisco, Sonic.net's clearing regulatory hurdles now to start offering gigabit internet to local residents there. Well, all the providers have a wide range of prices. In Chattanooga, you'll pay about $300 a month for gigabit there. In Morristown, Tennessee, you'll pay $849 a month, or even more for a gigabit. And in Burlington, Vermont, little tiny Burlington, you'll pay about $150 a month for gigabit. And we couldn't find a provider who matched Google Fiber's price of $70 a month for just the gigabit. Google also offers internet for free as long as you pay a $300 construction fee for those power lines.